It is with deep sadness we announce the passing of our beloved Lucas Lesporis, affectionately known as Le Rock or Lavish Life of Mark, who passed away at the OKEU Hospital on Sunday, 28 May 2023 at approximately 10 a.m. He was 59 years old. Left to mourn his passing, his sons, Leon Lesporis of Bel Air Lacroix Mingo, police officer attached to the CID department, Lovon Lesporis in the U.S., Leron Lesporis of Bel Air Lacroix Mingo, Elishon Lesporis of Mark, daughters, Mernifa Ashley Lionel in the UK, Fenella Lionel in Barbados, Leisha Lesporis in St. Vincent, grandchildren, Livelle Lesporis of Bel Air, Nairobi, Kira Regis in Barbados, Zenaida Lesporis residing at Millet, his siblings, 5 brothers, Hildreth Cookie, resident at the St. Lucy's home in Marcia, Clifford Lesporis, also known as Go of Bexar, Aloysius Lesporis, retired agricultural extension officer in the Ministry of Agriculture residing in the U.S., Stephen Lesporis, also known as My Man of Mark, Hilary Lesporis, retired police officer of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, 4 sisters, Janie Lesporis of Grace V4, Theodora Richards, also known as Greta in the U.S., Agatha Theodore Marthra, employee of Millennium Heights Medical Complex, Teresa Charles, also known as Big Mama of Mark, one aunt, Bettilia Cornelia and family in Curacao, nieces including Gwendoline Citoline and family in the U.S., Natalia Antoine, also known as Sophie and family of Wavin Poisson, Leander Lesporis and family of Labrie, Louise Lesporis in the UK, Nicole Lesporis of Moshi, Natalia Alphonse residing in the U.S., Naomi Lesporis of Mark, Abigail Lesporis of Mark, Felicia Lesporis of Mark, Kimma Lesporis of Bexar, nephews, Andrew Mangal and family in the U.S., Jackson Lesporis and family of Grace V4, Jorinus Lesporis and family in the U.S., Freddie Lesporis in the U.S., Anika Morris of L'Abbaye, Jean-Yves Curlan James of Wavin Poisson, Hilary Ashnell Dalson, family of Corinth, Ryan Lesporis, Junior Lesporis, both of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, Steve Lesporis of L'Abbaye, Levi Lesporis of Mark, Wade Lesporis of Mark, Levinus Chassin, student in Taiwan, Sebastian Noel of Crownlands Mark. Other relatives including Felina Lesporis and family of Rockall, children of deceased Aunt Julita Henry of Grace V4, children of deceased Aunt Alexandrine Theodore, who was also known as Afifi of Grace V4, children of deceased Aunt Botany Theodore, children of deceased Aunt Christina Lesforest, children of deceased Uncle Alexander Theodore, all of Grace V4, children of deceased Uncle Enounce Theodore of Grace, children of deceased Uncle Julius Charles of Bexar and the U.S., grandchildren of deceased Aunt Lucy Charles of Bexar, the Lesporis and Theodore families of Grace V4 and other surroundings, the Lesporis family of Leclerc, Rockall and surroundings, the Charles family of Bexar, the Sylvain family of Mark, special mention of Marlow, the Sylvain family of Bexar, Agatha Sherry and family in the U.S., the John family of Bexar, the Melcher family of Bexar, daughter-in-law Javel Mitchell of Bel Air, brother-in-law Donovan Martha of Pave, employed with Slasper, sisters-in-law Julia Lesporis in the U.S., Maura Lesporis of Mark, Gloria Lesporis of Moshi. Children mothers, Teresa Lionel of Bel Air, Lydia Paul of Bel Air, Brenda Stay, residing in the UK. Close friends. Ma Bruno of Granivier, Menard Favre residing in the U.S., Shelton Daniel of NBC radio station, Alison Raymond in Martinique. Special mention of Marjorie Pinder of Mondador, Joan Bailey of Genoa, the members of the African Roots Band and all of his other band members, including Baptiste, Gregory, Arthur, and Jason. Friends of Western Union in Castries. The doctors, nurses, and other staff of the ICU and AGW1 of the OKE Hospital. The community of Mark, Bexo, and Roseau Valley. The funeral service for the late Lucas Lesporis, affectionately known as Le Rock or Lavish Life, will be held at the Temple of Faith Church, Otsa, on Thursday, 22nd June 2023 at 2 p.m. Transportation will be available from the Sarah Junction through Mark to the church, to the Shock Cemetery, and back to Mark for those who wish to attend the funeral service.